off. Shador's going to join us. First of all, God bless all of you for being here, for covering us and giving us the love and respect and appreciation that you did, if that's what you did. Hats off to the Valero Alamo Bowl and all the dignitaries that made it possible for us to be here. They did a phenomenal job of hosting. The persons that reside in the city did a wonderful job of just being a blessing, and the hotel staff and everyone. It was a phenomenal week for us. We're not happy with the results, but we're happy with the journey of getting here and being here and what transpired during the week. Wonderful job by BYU. They're well coached. They did a phenomenal job of running the football. Special teams kicked our butts. I mean, we couldn't do nothing offensively much at all. Defensively, I think we had some sound stops, but we didn't have enough, and we came up short. But not to take nothing away from them, they played a heck of a football game, and I'm proud. If I'm going to get my butt kicked, I'd rather get my butt kicked by that coach. I love him to life, man. He's a good man. Let's go.
Questions for coach or players? Raise your hand, please.
Coach Lincoln Roach, CU Independent. Tonight was the end of an incredible chapter, right, in CU football with this senior class. What, if anything, have these men taught you about yourself and coaching these last 2 years?
Patience. They taught me a tremendous amount of patience. And they taught me about forgiveness. I mean, there's a lot of young men that a lot of things transpired that you guys don't know about, you're not privy to. But I'm a tremendous forgiving person, and I absolutely love these guys. You don't understand. You never get an opportunity to see the subtle I love yous that go on between us in pregame and postgame and practice and this week's preparation and all the OBs, the original buffs, how thankful and appreciative they were that they got an opportunity to come participate in a week of bowl festivity. So patience and forgiveness and just overall love, man. That's what they've taught me.
Back row.
Coach, I know you guys are big competitors and everything else. You talked about your relationship with Cam and Shador yesterday. Mm-hmm. How do you try to, I don't say minimize what just happened, but try not to have that overshadow the journey and everything else you guys have accomplished in 2 years?
It won't. That's a wrap. It's over. They on to the next. They're gonna have tremendous careers. They're gonna move on. They flush it. They may analyze on the way home. I know Cam is going to think about it, then he's going to think about plays that he made or plays he didn't make. But they're going to flush it in their own to relax a little bit first and foremost and get their bodies back right for preparation for combines, pro days, and I think Cam is going to East-West game, so he has to stay focused on that as well.
Question middle.
Coach Prime, we saw an emotional father at the beginning of this football game with your sons there. You knew this was coming. Mm-hmm. When did the reality hit, and how special a journey has it been? You had an opportunity that not many, if any, had.
When we walked, I mean, when we did our walk and Shiloh was there and looking across the field and I'm seeing Cam and I'm seeing Herm and so many other guys that been on this journey with us, man, that's tough. I mean, I've been knowing this young man for a long time, and he's been balling out for a long time, and just the consistency that he has, and then my sons, man, like this, that's tough, man. I mean, that's tough to know that that's it, and that walk won't happen again. That's tough. We've been doing this for a long time. And you recollect just the times in youth league and seeing them lay out uniforms in my closet, you know, getting ready for the next game. And they used to have 100 wristbands on his wrist trying to stunt, you know. I mean, it's all those things I recall.
Middle, the front.
Shador and Travis played late into the game, regardless of the final score. I just wanted to ask what went into that decision, what it says about their character to play.
Go ahead, Joy. Right here.
Yeah, we started, so we had to finish it. That was simply it. No matter what it was, if it was the other way around and we was up, we were still going to play regardless.
Front row.
Hey, Coach, Cam, Shador, I just want to thank you guys for just, obviously playing today and obviously, making the move to come here with Travis, your brother, your father, Cam, you coming from Jackson State. I just appreciate you guys coming for one. And that's all I really want to say. No questions for me.
Question, front, Brian.
I've got two questions for Shador. First off, can you allow yourself to feel some of those same emotions your father's talking about, or are you too much of a competitor to, you're mad about what happened out there tonight?
What emotions are you speaking of?
As far as like this being your last game playing, for your father.
Yeah, I mean, the reality and all that hasn't kicked in yet, so we're just focused on, what happened out there and how to fix it and go in the off season and know how to prepare and get back healthy.
The second question for you is you talked this week about trying to figure out that BYU defense and how tough it was going to be. Obviously, they were really good tonight. What was it about their defense that was tough for you guys to figure out?
Well, we started to identify and we started to get the rhythm of things, but we just wasn't connecting overall. And that's what stopped us overall as ourselves.
Front.
Hey, Coach and Shador, Bail and Weislip. How has it been having the new recruits be with the team this week, and what do you think the importance of giving them that experience is?
It's been wonderful. It's been wonderful seeing the guys come in with a hunger. They kind of caught on how we get things done. I know I talked to one guy. I was like, all right, it's your first time getting yelled at by Coach Prime, so you getting broke in. So, but these guys come in. They way more humble than I thought. These guys very quiet, just trying to listen and learn everything. So I'm be happy for these guys coming in. They're gonna do some big things.
Middle, front.
For Kim and Shador, just what has it meant the last 2 years, to put on the black and gold and represent CU?
It meant everything. It's meant everything just to be here and be able to play on this wonderful tradition, play for Miss Peggy, play for all these wonderful fans. It's been everything just to grind again with my coach, man. Grind again with my Coach Prime, Coach Hart, Coach Mathis. These guys, I've been with these guys for a minute, so it meant a lot to be successful with these guys one last time.
It felt great representing Colorado and bringing it back to where it was in the past. And we kind of, I'll say, relayed the foundation of the program, so now it's able for the other players that's coming in to take off and pick up where we left off at.
Front on the end.
For Shador and Coach Prime, where did you feel like you struggled offensively tonight? Was there anything they were doing specifically?
Everywhere. Yeah, it was nothing that we did great tonight.
Ditto.
Any other questions for the group? Middle.
Sir, I can hear you.
Get in the mic, please.
Tonight aside, the 2 years that you guys have had here, how will you look back? This is basically because you're coming back. So this is for Shador and Cam. How will you remember your time in Colorado? I know you talked about what an impact, but how will you remember it when you look back?
I think about the work. I think about the brothers, man, the brotherhood we built. I love those guys in the locker room with all my heart. They mean a lot to me, so I think about the brotherhood when I look back on it in the way that we bond and had so much fun together.
I think time away would, because right now we're all in this situation and we just came from a loss, so that's kind of what's on the forefront of our minds. But I'll say, within the next week, and when we're all separated, when we're all not together anymore, then I feel like I'll go back and be able to think about those times.
Hey, Coach. Nikki Edwards, CU Sports Report. When you look at the work your coordinators did this year, Pat Shermer and Robert Livingston, what would you say about their body of work and their resumes stepping into these new roles?
They did a wonderful job. I'm proud of them. I love them to life. They know how to communicate with all our young men. They really put them in positions for them to be extremely successful. And I love where we're headed. I'm proud of those two. Not just those two, the whole staff, and I'm pretty sure a couple of them going to come in my office about elevation, and because people are going to want them on their staffs, and that's what we're here for. We're here to advance people. Either get terminated or elevated. It's going to be one of the two sooner or later.
Question, second round.
Coach Harrison Simeon, Scobo Sports. A 9-4 season, a Heisman winner, and plenty other accomplishments and improvements across the board from year 1 to year 2. What do you think that you've established in the program that you can carry on and take the team to the next level?
Expectation. We've established expectation. So now you expect us to perform a certain way. You expect us to win. You expect us to be exciting. You expect us to be a lot more disciplined than we displayed today. You just have expectations of us now. That's what we've established.
Question in middle back.
Coach, so as some of your players start to depart to the NFL, what have those messages been like as they prepare to hopefully have some great NFL careers?
Well, he got 2 up here, so you guys talk about that for him.
Kind of, Coach, we always had a professional mindset going to everything. We always tried to move like a pro. So just been around him for so long, 6 years. So I feel like just every day he give me different things to people be a pro. Yeah.
You said that, I felt that. God, that's a long time.
I would say just by what he established in us and just the way how he goes about everything and the way how he make us go about everything. So I feel like that's already instilled in us. So I don't really see a big change, big difference because besides just the level of it, but everything outside of that, I feel like we had the full experience our years in college.
Final 2 questions, middle, second row.
For Coach and Shador, top 4 receivers in terms of production this year headed to the next level, and obviously you are as well, Shador, but for both of you, just how confident are you in kind of the young guys in that receiver room to kind of be able to continue the standard moving forward and continue to be productive?
Great, because those young guys played and they helped us out tremendously. So they understand the standard, they understand just overall even just playing with me, so they know out of the next quarterback that comes in, which is they're both already here, they know the standard and they know what they should be doing, and they'll be able to communicate and still have contact with me to be able to still help them out overall.
Final question.
Hello, Chris Miller, SI. Unfortunately, it did not end the way that you wanted it to, but more importantly, this season left a legacy not only for CU but for college football. And being able to wrap up the season and leave a footprint on college football and how we recruit, market, and display yourselves. What does that mean to you, the legacy, not only for CU but for college football?
I don't think we consider that at all. We really don't care. We don't know what that means, the legacy. We're just trying to develop these young men, win games, make sure they're consistent men in the community with their relationships, with their families, and in school. And then trust me, to get an education. We don't think about it like that. We're thankful that we play a role in that, but that does not enter our mindset, not one bit.
Thank you, Cam, Coach Zador.
Thank you, and God bless you all.
Well, I'm starting to get tired.
Yo. Just standing for so long.
Can you sit at your nameplate, Coach, in the middle?
Where's my nameplate? Where's
one
everybody
pass.
at? Walking around still?
So make sure.
Okay. I'm looking forward to sitting there. Oh.
Coach Sitake, you want to start with an opening statement about the game?
Brett, we waiting on everybody, or can I just start? You can ask Isaiah whatever you guys need. All right. Statement. happy we got the win. Proud of our boys, and we knew going into this game was going to take, that we were going to have to function at a high level because you can see the talent that is on that team. So I have to give a lot of credit to Colorado for getting us to this point, and I think we found something in ourselves, knowing that we had to prepare for them. I think there's some great talent on that team. I think we have some great talent too, but I have to give a lot of credit to Dion, Coach Prime and his staff, and their talented team. And so I think a lot of things just worked out in our favor in all three phases. And we didn't play error-free, but I like the way our guys played. I like the aggressiveness, the physical part of the game. And, just looking forward to, we have a lot of young guys still, but I'm just really happy for our seniors, to the things that they've been able to accomplish. So I'm very fortunate to be their coach, and I'm lucky to get to coach this guy, and it's not bad for a whiteout, a high school, very talented whiteout. He got some nice hands. Should have had 2 picks, but you have to give. I think Shadeur's a really, really good quarterback, and I mean an excellent quarterback. I think he's going to have a great career. We had to try to find different ways to confuse him, and we had some extra time to get ready for him, But you could see that he's got a great demeanor about him. His football IQ is special. And I think he's going to have a great career in the NFL. Same thing with Travis Hunter, and they have a lot of guys that will move on to the next level and probably be teammates with this guy in the future. So just looking forward to the momentum that we can gain from this. Obviously, just really happy, want to celebrate with the seniors. But I think this is a really good step for us, and I'm glad that we were able to get this done. So what questions? You have a statement to make, Zay? No.
Isaiah, you
All
want
right,
to move the trophy low to get out of the shadow?
Yeah.
Just put it right in front of me, and it'll be fine.
You can put it right there. We'll move Connor down a little bit.
All right, we got another one here. Speaking of seniors, here's one of them. One of
Chair a little this way, Connor.
spectacular senior, it's amazing. So, what questions do you guys have for me, Connor, or Zay?
If you raise your hand, the mic holders will come to you. Go far left, please. Thank you.
Yo, water.
This is for Kalani. Kalani, how motivated was this team to, like at the pep rally earlier this week, you said you're ready to unleash these guys. You got some players too. How motivated were you guys to make a statement in this game?
But it wasn't anything against Colorado. It's just that we knew what we were going against. And I think there's a lot of coaches and a lot of people that have said this is a very talented roster on Colorado's side. Obviously, they've had a lot of success, and you see the things that they're able to do, especially on the offensive side. But I think sometimes you forget that they play a complete game, defense, and they were able to create some turnovers. They did tonight, And I think we just had a plan. We just wanted to execute it, and wanted to stay aggressive. I know we made some mistakes, like I said before, but I just like our style of executing in all three phases. I think people forget about special teams. It's a big part of our success. And Coach K-Pop, Coach A-Rod, and obviously Coach Hill. Those guys have done an amazing job. And so it's pretty easy for me. I just decide if we go for it or not on fourth down and stuff like that. So, but I'm lucky to work with wonderful men that are great mentors to me and to the players. And more than anything, I'm lucky to be around these guys. I said it before the banquet that they make me a better person. So I love hanging out with them.
Question middle.
Kalani, you've talked all season about wanting to get that 4 quarters and see what this team could do. How nice was it to see as much? I know you made a couple miscues, but still that was probably as close as you've gotten this season. How nice was it to see that on the field this last game?
I like the mindset of the entire team, and when I say I like the mindset of the entire team, it's not like I had to give a great speech or anything. The seniors took over, and so it's been them from the very beginning, from the end of last year when those seniors took over and then led us into the Big 12. Although it didn't work out the way we wanted it to, we did some really good things. But these seniors were able to build on that, and then they've got the system in place where now they're going to be able to pass it on to the young guys and then the next year's seniors. And so it's a nice cycle of things that are happening. I don't mind it at all, and sometimes as a leader, I just got to step out of the way and let these guys do it.
Can we go middle there, please?
Kalani, you stayed pretty quiet when you guys lost to Kansas since ASU and pretty much dropped out of the college football playoff picture. What would you like to say now about that apparent snubbing, and did you belong in the college football playoff?
No, I mean, guys, the system is better than it was when there was 4 and better than it was when there was 2. So it is the way that it is now. I don't think that's anything that you can campaign for, but I do know that we know the errors that we made. We're going to own them. We're going to try to find ways to get better. And but I don't think you sit there and you complain or can't. For me and for our players, it doesn't help us. We just got to learn from the mistakes that we made and control the stuff that we can control. But the system is way better than it was before. I'm excited to watch these next wave of games, but it just ended up that with a tiebreaker system that we weren't in it, and that's okay. I think sometimes life is some disappointments, and you're only left with your reaction. And so our reaction, we turned it into a positive, and I think you saw a lot what we turned it into tonight. And so there's a lot of really cool things that happened, and I'm like I said, I got to sit here as these guys led the way. Connor especially, he was an amazing leader. You guys watched what he did when he was hurt and not playing. That guy was an amazing coach, and the way he complimented the work from our guys and from TJ Woods has been amazing. So I'm honored and I'm lucky to be around these young men. You can ask them a question too, guys. They're sitting here.
Question right here in front and then over there.
Connor, as one of those seniors that Coach was just talking about, when he says the seniors took over, what does that kind of look like? What does that mean, sort of, from your perspective? How did the senior class kind of take over with this group?
No, I appreciate you asking me a question. I know I'm the only one up here who doesn't have a trophy, so I don't know. Yeah. No, this was well worth it, but I think it started back in January. Not playing in a bowl game, bad taste in your mouth. You want to change that, and that brings a grit and a fire, to our off season, and then that's where it began. And I think what this senior class brought in particular was a discipline and a resilience, because all it is you got to go and do things at a high level every day. You got to do the ordinary better than everybody else, and that's the real challenge. Everyone's going to show up to workouts. Everyone's going to do the same things, right, across the whole country. Everyone has an off-season program, but who's going to make the most of every single day and not just go through the motions? Who's going to do that little bit extra? And that's what we really tried to push the team to do, and they made it really easy. They responded really well. And, we were able to carry that through spring ball, through summer workouts, and then into our season up until now.
Connor, I'm going to piggyback on that one and say, how nice was it for you and for this senior class to see that product today, capping all of that work here in the Alamo Bowl with that performance?
It was awesome. It was awesome. And then the sweetest part was for, like you said, the other seniors. Knowing that we could send each other out on a high note, and it's I can't remember the number of 11 win teams in BYU history, but there's how many? 13. And the seniors on this team, most of the seniors have been on 2 of those 13 11 win teams, and one of them with a Power 5 schedule. The first time in school history to have 11 wins with a Power 5 schedule, and like that's something we can take pride in, and we're proud of that. And and we felt like we needed to make a statement. There was a third of the amount of people in here right now, for the pregame press conference, but football's played on the field, not up on this stage right here, and we wanted to show that. Because Colorado's a good team, especially defensive front. Their nose guard 97, who I went up against most of the game, is a good player. He got me a couple times, and I got him, and it was just good, again, to go and get a win against a quality opponent, too.
Question in the middle first. Then there, then back.
Isaiah, and then maybe Tyler. Can you guys describe how you basically confused their quarterback so much? It looked like he didn't know where pressure was coming from. What was the game plan to confuse him so much?
Well, honestly, Jay Hill, he came up with a great game plan. We've been game planning for 3 weeks, and I don't know, the big thing for him is just we like to bring the pressure, and I don't know, playing all these different quarterbacks, I feel like you hit him one time, and then he's going to, who's coming this time, who's coming that time, and I feel like we just got to him early, and I don't know, he was just kind of superstitious about who was going to come, so I don't know.
Yeah. Sorry, that's a little loud. Yeah, I would say the same thing. Coach Jay Hill just did, I think, an excellent job prepping us for these guys. Kind of learning, how they operate, and then, coming up with a really good game plan to execute. And when you got guys over there like Glasker, balling out, and just, like he said, we had guys flying in from every angle, putting pressure on the quarterback, and I think that's, I don't necessarily envy Shadur in that situation, not knowing where the blitzer's coming from, and so I think a lot of credit to Jay Hill, and just really proud of our defense.
We go here and then green.
Going off of that for Isaiah and Tyler, I think Gary Anderson said that you guys brought like 17 different looks to them in the first half. Is this as extensive or as much variety as you've had in a game plan all year, just with the amount of time you've had to prepare?
Yeah, I would say so. I think looking at our game plans this season, I think this was one of the ones where we definitely were top loaded, especially with a lot of pressures, right? Trying to get him to move, and I think our secondary also did a great job, kind of disguising what we were doing, and so we did have a lot installed, and again, the dudes did a great job of executing everything that we had in.
Yeah, I feel like we had a lot installed, especially just, I don't know, we coming into this game, we knew that Colorado was a big pass team, and so, I don't know, Jay Hill did a great job, and especially the boys up front, just to be able to get to him, and then it just kind of makes everybody's life a little bit easier. But I give huge shout out to the boys in the secondary, I don't know, just flying around, making plays and stuff, so I don't know. Our game plan, Jay Hill got us ready for this game especially, so.
It's not anything new. It's just stuff that we've been running. So these guys weren't. We just. It's a lot easier when you have guys that understand the game, and these guys do a great job at over. We can just basically overwhelm them with scheme because these guys will make it work. It's. I mean, we can go anywhere in the playbook with these young men, and I'm glad that we have a staff with Coach Hill and the rest of the defensive staff that can put that together. It takes all the front, the backers, and the DBs to make it work.
Klein, this question's for you. What do you want the legacy of this particular team to be? Right here.
Who's that question
for you, for Kalani?
Oh, I don't know. I'm looking around. I don't know. I don't think I'm not the kind of guy that gives yourself a nickname like a Seinfeld episode. I think people will determine it for us and define it for us. And so I don't think it's my place to make that statement. I just love coaching these kids, these young men that are becoming adults, and these seniors. I'm so proud of them, and I'm just going to keep going back to that. These are the best young men in college football, and I get to coach them.
Two in the front.
For Tyler and Connor, how do you guys want your senior class to be remembered going out with an 11-win season?
Go ahead,
I think I hope our teammates just remember, how much we at least tried to invest in this program. I think for me that's really what it comes down to is do the same thing that we've done. We stand on the shoulders of giants that came before us. I've had an opportunity to play with some incredible teammates during my time at BYU that have helped shape and form me and have helped shape and form the culture. I just want to be remembered as one of those guys that helped, push BYU to be great.
I think, I've been asked this question a lot over the last few weeks, because it's coming to an end. But I think us as captains and as a leadership council, all we were trying to do is be extensions of Kalani and his culture. And when you have a team that's willing to buy into that, it makes being leaders a lot easier, because we've seen both sides of it where we tried to push the same things in the past and it wasn't received very well by the team, versus this season where guys believed and they bought into the culture. And I think, if there's one thing that this team's done throughout the whole season, it's believe. Believe in each other and believe in our culture and what we can accomplish. And that's powered us through the off season, and it's powered us through the season now. So, kind of like Kalani, I don't want to label it, but I just feel like, his culture of love and learn and believing in each other is what this team embraced. And, hopefully that's not something that's reserved to just the 2024 team. That's something that continues to grow and continues to build, like when these guys take over next year, and they push that culture. And that's how you build a program. It's not how you just have a good football team. It's how you build a program. And Kalani's building that with his culture, and that's all we tried to do this year.
Best coach in the nation.
Best coach.
Thanks, guys. I should leave now. But hey, guys, LJ's quiet and soft-spoken, but you can ask him a question too. He is the offensive MVP. He's getting away with it right now. He doesn't want to answer a question. You're liking it right now, aren't you? Yeah, he keeps leaning back.
Texas native.
Yeah. Someone ask him a question.
Kalani, that's exactly what I was going to do, actually. Because, LJ, I was curious, both you and Isaiah, what these trophies meant to you and being able to be recognized for what you guys did for the team tonight.
It's awesome just being able to see our hard work, just being seen. And, it's also credit to the 10 other guys that were on the field with me at different times. Without Connor blocking up front, this doesn't happen. Without the defense stopping them, giving us the ball back, this all doesn't happen. So, it's just credit to everyone else, everyone who got us ready and just helped us throughout the game.
Yeah, LJ, this is for you as well. You're the lone Texas native up there, so what does it mean for you to put on a performance like that in your home state?
You guys skipped the.
Oh, sorry, Isaiah.
Yeah, go ahead. You had something on the tip of your tongue.
I was just going to
shut up, Glasgow.
piggyback off.
I'm just going to moderate this whole thing. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to piggyback off what LJ said. Like, this is cool, but in reality, the main thing we came here for was just to win. And I don't know, I couldn't get this trophy without the other 10 guys on the field, especially the D-line helping bring pressure to where I can get interceptions or, like, I don't know, us hitting gaps and stuff, freeing up so we can get sacks and stuff. So I give a huge shout out to these boys. Like, we worked hard. We worked hard through the summer, and I love our seniors and just them being able to push us. I don't know. I love these boys. So.
Yeah, go ahead.
What was your question again?
You being the Lone Star State native, you being from Texas, what did it mean for you to put on a performance like this in your home state?
Yeah, it was awesome. Last time I came down here, I think I got hurt. So just to come out here and just be able to go out there and just play to the best of my ability, it was just really fun and was just everything I imagined it would be.
This question's for Isaiah and LJ. Kalani said earlier that he felt that you guys found something in yourselves preparing for Colorado. What did you guys find in this prep, and how can you build on it going into the future?
I honestly would just say, like, coming into this game, I feel like we were comfortable. We wasn't really too stressed about really anything just because our game plan, usually when you're prepared, you're not nervous. So, I don't know, I feel like going into this game, especially seeing Travis Hunter and like Shador and these great players on Colorado, I feel like nobody on our team was really nervous. We just was ready to play. We haven't played in a while, so I don't know. Being able to get back out there on the field, the boys is flying around, and I don't know. We were all excited before the game just to go out there and be able to play again. So.
Yeah, just to piggyback off of what he said, just going out there and competing, understanding that they have great players on the other side of the field, and just knowing that the stage is set for us to go out there and try to show. No one expected us to win or dominate like we did, and just to go out there and really just play and compete. That's all we were trying to do, and that's something I feel like we could carry into next year. Just compete.
Final questions? Can we go middle?
Tyler, you and Connor, both of you guys chose to come back. How fun was it this year, and how much are you glad you made that decision, 12 months ago?
Well, obviously it's been a good one, and felt like there was some unfinished business, and it's just when Tyler and I had never been a part of a losing team at BYU, and just the thought of that being our final time there and that being our legacy there just didn't sit right. And if we're being honest, when you lose games, your NFL stock goes down. right? And so that was a factor too. And obviously, as some things were going on in my position room, that made it difficult. And then, once Coach Woods was brought in, and I sat down with Kalani and him, and we went over the plan for this next season, I felt confident that it was the right move for me. And it's just been confirmation after confirmation all season long that this was the right move and that good things were going to happen, all the way up until even last night when, me and my boys beat Terminus on zombies. I was like, we're going to go play good today. But Coach, I finished all my film work beforehand, I promise. And I went to bed on time.
You got to keep it balanced. I'm okay with it. Yeah,
so
that's all right.
We were here for 4 days. I had to bring my Xbox.
No,
But
that's all right.
shout out to Ryan Shane, Kelsey B, and Nathan Knight, 24. We beat Terminus last night, so I knew we were going to win today. But I'm
goes
just
to show
teasing.
be balanced in life. It's okay. It's okay to admit that you guys are gamers and stuff like that. I just don't understand it enough. I'm back to the
We'll teach you, Coach. We'll teach you.
asteroids and
Kalani's really into board games.
That's true. But no, confirmation after confirmation all season long that this is, because it was a hard decision, it really was, to either leave for the NFL or enter the portal, and then deciding to come back to BYU. But all year long, it's been confirmations from my teammates, from my coaches, from God, that this was the right decision for me, and it's been everything I could have hoped.
Yeah, I'll follow up with that. I'm eternally grateful to Coach Kalani and Coach Tuyaki for the opportunity to come play at BYU. It's been the opportunity of a lifetime, and to end like this has been huge. Follow up with what Connor said. Sitting here a year ago, after losing our final game, there's a lot of unfinished business. You know what I mean? There was that same sentiment of, what's going to be your legacy at BYU? You know what I mean? How do you want to go out and having a say in it? Being able to come back for another year was a huge blessing. Having that extra year eligibility, and so honestly, once I put everything out on the table, it was a fairly easy decision. We have unfinished business, and I wanted to make sure that we could display the ability of our team, and I feel like this year we have, and so it's been an absolute success.
Gentlemen, thank you for your time. If we get you to pose for a final picture so we can memorize this time in San Antonio. Stand up against that.